Hello there, this is Beef, and today on live stream we're going to be building a mega farm multi-base. It's going to feature a split density mob farm like this one you see behind me and a lot of other farms, but before we can do any of that, we need to sort out what happened with my eyes. My eyes disappeared. I don't like that. We need to make sure we get this the collection area sorted out. We're going to have a lot of like waterways and stuff, moving items, and we got to make sure we have enough space down here because I'm looking at probably a couple of floors, and then obviously we'll have mob farms on the sides. And the AFK spot will probably be on the second floor, probably around here. And then we'll have a mob farm on either side, and then we have a bunch of crafters because we're going to be crafting um, pretty much the drops that come out of the mob farm. We're going to be making rockets, we're going to be making dried kelp blocks, we'll have a fish farm, we're going to have a bunch of stuff. So it's going to be fun anticipating, because I've always done this in survival, and I always have to, like, you end up having to rebuild stuff, and it's kind of a nightmare. I've never actually done this in creative mode, so I'm kind of excited to see how this comes out. So let's just finish just filling in these spots. I don't have to fill them in all the way, just to get a basic shell of what I'm doing, and I'll probably do that because I know I have a general idea of how I want the sorting system to be in the middle. Because in the past I had like a two block hallway in between. I think I want to extend that to 3 or even 4. I think 4 might be nice. So that way you're not cramped going into the storage room, and there should still be enough to do that within this 4 block this 4 chunk area, because I want the main base to sit within 4 chunks if I can do it. So this is the area I'm working with. So let's just fill this in, and then I think I'm just going to line the chests just as placeholders. And then we may build one sorting cell just so I can get the height, because I want to start building out the waterways. I have to get an idea of where the items are coming in. We're designing all of this completely live, just based from memory, a lot of it. But I don't have any like schematics or anything that I'm going off. So we're going to go 4 blocks in. So if we're doing a 4 block hallway, it's 2 blocks in. So our chests are going to start landing around here. Let's go ahead and do that. 1 second. I was getting in my. I need like a background distraction. All right, so I think I'm gonna do. Let's see. So we have them that way. I think I'm gonna do them in the same direction. So let's go 2 blocks out this way. And I don't know how many chests we're gonna need, but this is just to get a general sense. So I think it would probably be 25 on either side. So let's see. We got 32 to work with, right? So 32 to work with. Then we probably need something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I'm gonna do that many. Let's just do 40, because I don't like. I think it's like too much. Something like this is good. We can always add to it later if we need to. Because the one I've done like a 50 site, and that works pretty well. We do actually have to put spacers in between these, but I'm just laying it out. It's fine. So let's just do a single one. Now, what block do I want to use? I kind of want to go old school. I think I'm going to go with smooth stone for this. So let's just, oh, this is glass. Oops. Just to get a general sense of the space we need. And then I'll build one sorter out. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'll put the waterways. I just want to get the spacing in right now. It's actually 1 block out. We need our hoppers. There we go. And then the block is over at this height, like this. There we go. So So I don't know. I have like a lot of like duplicates of all this stuff. So I need this stuff kind of in my hopper right now. So let's just do the one cell right here. Let's see what this looks like. This is another one here. This is wrong. Right, so that's our sorting cell, and then we have to have our waterway, because I'm definitely going to do this on a waterway. So that would be one block higher, actually right at this level. Right, and you can do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's how far it would go out, and this would be where your other block is. In fact, I'd probably place it there. I'd probably do 4s. So it's 1, so that's 5. It's supposed to be 1 block higher, but that's okay. You get it's 1 block higher. It's actually right here. Because there's supposed to be another row of chests here, and then yeah, it's like this. And then this space is open. We need a temporary block to sit there. And that's the waterway. And that's perfect. This is correct. Right, so then you'd have the rest of the hoppers going this way. Like that, and we can do 5 safely. It should be okay as long as this water flow is pretty new. It has to be a fresh water flow coming off of this block right here. So let's put the waterway, get a sense of where that's going to be. We'll just do a small portion. This will come all the way to the end and then loop around and come back this way. So then you just need to put blue ice in between the hoppers at 4 or 5 intervals. I don't know. I feel like 4 is safer. I don't remember if I've done a 5 or 4. I don't know. I kind of want to do 4 just to be safe, because sometimes you get items stuck on there. And this one's gonna have items and XP coming through here, or maybe we'll stop the XP somewhere and have the player collect it, because that's messy. They get caught in the hoppers. This is not a good way to do it if you're moving XP also, in my opinion. So I might not do it that way. So let's just get the I'm not going to put in any more hoppers or anything, but let's just get the spacing in, see what that's going to look like. And then at these points, just going to put that as kind of like a placeholder for whatever is going to be in those sections. And we'll just do the same thing. We'll do 5 over here. Or 4 is what I decided. 4. So we've got 8. Do the same thing here. So far it looks like we've got 16 on this side, and that side makes 32. I think we got to do another row. May have to move this whole machine up. That's a bummer. Let's move this up a little bit. So let's see, so we got 4, 8, 12, 16. We'll move this up one more. I want it to start about here. So then it's 4. Did I do that right? So far so good. And then this one gets pushed this way 1. That's good. So we got 20, 20, we got 40. This is what I want. So kind of just clean that up. There we go. So that's the general idea of the way this is going to look. So I'm just going to loop this around. And then I have to decide, because we need to pull bones and we need to pull gunpowder out of this farm. So this side I got to do the same thing. Let's just get the spacing. So it's on the third block. Right, so it's right behind the last chest, so it's right here. Alright, so that's the basic idea. You have the items coming in on one side and then they leave on another side. The middle of the farm is over here, right? So you're going to have a trident killer somewhere around in this point here. So there has to be like a space in between the floor. So there'll be like a two block gap in between the floor where we'll have waterways to kind of move items around from the center out to this point over here. And I think I want to just do it literally right here like this. This will be a drop like that. And I can build the waterway and then worry about the actual mob farms later. Oh, we're having our mob farms come from the side on this one, aren't we? The mob farm in actuality is going to be like two chunks this way. So it's going to come straight. And we have a split density. So I think I'm going to have just one. I got it. I already got it. So one's going to come straight over. Oh, this music's killing me, man. I don't know what this crap is. So one's going to come straight over just from the other mob farm. Just direct line like this. And then the other one will actually come right above this. This is cool. Check this out. So the other one will come in a water stream. In fact, I should stick with what I was doing and just keep that as ice. It'll come in another water stream from this way. I like to stack my streams like this. This is fine. And it'll come straight over, and then when it comes here, it'll literally just drop off at this point. And then we'll make sure that there's like a button here. Like at this point, we'll make sure that this is where the water flow starts. And we shouldn't have any issues with moving items like this. Where's my button? I just got a button and I lost it. Here it is. So just make sure that we have a button like right here. We got to see how that is because the items may end up falling on the button. So we may have to do it one block further back, which kind of screws up our flow there. So no, what we'll have to do is we'll have to drop this further back on the line. That's all that is. We'll just drop this back on one of the previous drops. So you'd have another button like maybe 5 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. And then oh, this is not glassed up. I'm making a mess here, you guys. So then all I have to do now is just I just killed the water. Oops. Is just drop this like right here. Because it's going to have some momentum and it's going to fall somewhere here and then it's going to get pushed back that way. And I'll show you what I mean now. So yeah, I don't know where it's going to be, but generally it has this kind of pattern. So there'll be water here. So go for a few blocks, stop it here. And then when you get close to the edge, you do one of these, and then you just put a button right there. So if I throw something in here, doesn't matter what. In fact, I'll just throw some buttons. We've been talking about buttons. They're just going to get pushed this way. They fly, but they're going to hit whatever water streams here, and they're going to circle back. So, oh, oops. So let me just build this like that. And suppose there was another one like right here. Or even one further back. Put it here. Right, so now if I drop a few of these, you see they change directions. They end up going back that way. So I can stack these water streams like this. You can actually do as many of these as you want. I've done 3 and I've had them crisscross, and I've even had pistons changing the direction of the waterways and stuff. I couldn't think of how to describe that. So yeah, so that's good. So this will come from over there somewhere. This will go this way. This is good. So we got to think about where we're going to handle the gunpowder and the paper, because those have to come out like right in the beginning. So I think that's going to be probably around here somewhere. Probably like right here. So that we would basically build the exact same apparatus, but instead of having chests in the front to catch it, we would send it away in another water stream. So let's see how we do that. So we'll be in the same place. So I basically break one of these blocks. I think we can do it as close as, actually we can do it as close as that one. We got 2 here. This is our setup for this one. Only has 3. Did I screw up on the first one here? Okay, that's fine. I'll just move this over 1. This is 4. So I'll take it out of 3, like right here and here. It's got to be further out. Let's see, do we have room here in the back? We may have to move this back. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to move this back somewhere around here, just kind of like at the wall. Everything else kind of stays the same. I'm not going to even rebuild this. I'm just going to break the spots and we'll remember what happened. And then when we move this back to this line, and we also have to put a deleter in here. I almost forgot about that. Now we should be able to gain back those spots. We should have enough room in the front now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the last one up here. Alright, so we got that. This we can remove. Alright, so now we need to redirect paper and gunpowder. And we gotta do that here, and we gotta have a block in between because it's separate water streams. So I think what I need is, let's place the chest down. This is a placeholder for the water stream. In fact, we can probably just put the dispenser down instead. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the dispenser down instead. I think we're gonna have them come this way, right? Does that make sense? Yeah, I think I'll have them come this way. So it'll be at that same level. Like this. Oh no, but we're not going to be able because of the hopper direction. Yeah, we're going to have to do it sideways. That's okay. We can do it like this. I'll make this work. Yeah, because this could just be a hole. And then we have a water stream. That's no biggie. That's how we're doing it. Yeah, we'll go under this just 1 block to bring it out and then up around to the farms. So what I'm going to do is just bring the water streams out to the general area, and then we'll start building the farms, and then I'll have to correct the water streams once we get that far. Right, so let's just wire these up. These I do want to have these actually wired up right so we can test it. I might as well just have this part finished off. Yeah, this part here, what you do when this happens and you have to break this block, just make sure it's a block where there's a button. If there isn't, like there is here, what I usually do is either block it like that or you put a button, because you don't want to forget and break this, because all your redstone's going to be underwater, and that's actually happened to me. That's coming from experience. You just got to kind of remember, like, hey, there's water right here. I can't do that. So you just kind of block it off for a second, and you come back down. Oh, see, I just screwed it up. Look at that. Not taking my own advice. All right, let's get this in. All right, so these two sorters are going to be to redirect the bone and gunpowder. We're going to be using those in the farms with crafters to make rockets and other cool stuff. But first, we got to get them out of the farms. So that's how we're going to do it. So these actually need to be hoppers. This water's just bothering me right now. Need to be hoppers facing that way. You can go away too, water. Just place a temporary hopper there for a second. Lead into it, and let's just break this. We don't need that one. Like that, and that should do it. And then we'll just put a simple clock on these. These are droppers, right? Ooh, dispenser. That would have been a problem. Is it a problem? I'm gonna switch them out with droppers anyway. In this particular configuration, it doesn't matter. But that could be a problem. Like, yeah, it could be a problem if you accidentally get like a piece of TNT in the line. And you get a dispenser here instead of a dropper. You're gonna wish you had replaced those. Let's make sure we got a dropper. Okay, cool. So I want to actually wire these up. I forgot the redstone. Oops. So we can get these going. So this one's going to take, and I think I'm just going to use these. It's fine. That's not going to be in there. And then this can be our gunpowder. And then we need bone too. Might as well grab that now. Alright, so let's get this one in here. So this will be bone. Screw it. We'll do this one gunpowder. Alright, so now we got to do the water streams and see where all this stuff is going. So this is fine. I'm just going to top this off. At some point soon, I'm going to put the water flows in and we'll just test it. Alright, so here we go. We got these two things. I think I'll just have a clock over here running. A very simple one. I'll just do something like this maybe. This should do it. And then this will just stay on. And I'll probably, I don't know. We'll see how we fix this because I don't love it. But right now I just need it working. So that's working. It's gonna lock this hopper too, but it shouldn't matter. It should be fine. And I actually don't need this. Yeah, that has to be like that. That's perfect. This should work. We'll test it now. Let's just make sure it works. Let's get a bucket of water and we'll just drop some gunpowder. There we go. And let's just get some GPs in there. And bones. Because these farms are going to produce just a ridiculous amount of bones. And stuff that I need, like dried kelp blocks and rockets and things like that, I don't want to have to worry about them. So that's definitely working, I think. Did that shoot out my items? I wasn't paying attention. Did it take my bones? Which one is it? This one? Alright, let me do that again. This time I'll pay attention to what happened. Hold on. Oh, so it just got stuck there. Okay, so it doesn't work with the hoppers like that. This can't be a hopper then. Why is that not working? What's wrong with this? This should be good. It's not unlocking. Did I forget the redstone? I forgot the redstone. That's what it was. There's a checklist to making these things work. It's real simple. If the items get stuck in the top and they don't go down at all, it means you're missing this redstone. If they go straight through, it means you're missing the redstone torch. It's real simple. It's so easy to troubleshoot sorters, and yeah, this looks like it's working. I'm seeing bones here. This was the bones, right? Where is it? This was the bones. Alright, let's do that again. You'll see. Now it's working. Very cool. Alright, so the bones are popping out. We got to redirect those, and then we have to get them to the general area. Then we have to design the machine. I want clear glass for this. So this is just going to be like, we just have to stop this up. And I may choose just to use trapdoors here, but for now I'm just putting glass. This side's already halfway capped off, but we do want to top it off like that. And the extra block back there is bothering me. I have to remove that. Boom. Now we're good. All right, cool. So now we're going to continue this water stream. I think I'm going to continue doing it with the blue ice. I like to use glass in my farms because I have mob farms. I don't want to deal with a lot of lighting and stuff. So you'll see I'm using a lot of glass for this. But it gets confusing. So at some point, I'm going to be using a lot of solid blocks too. All right, so let's get this thing. See, I'm already getting confused. Here's my hole. So I need to be right here. That's the spot. And this one, same deal. Put a lot of extra blocks that time. And then let's get this water stream together. Am I one block over on this? No, I'm good. And these are like adjacent streams right now. Alright, so which way am I going with this? This is the one side of the farm. I need to try to bring this around. This is kind of a larger farm, so I'm thinking I might actually even do it like in this far corner. We'll have to see. Let's just get him to the general area. There's a lot to do before I can finish the water streams. Alright, let's do it. This will come this way, like this. And then I think I'm just going to use soul sand to pop it back up to the top. So this is probably good. All the way at the edge. That's where we want it. So I'm going to do two separate streams. One that pops up like right before the wall, right here. And then we have to skip a block and have this one come out just somewhere else, just slightly. Maybe like this. Should be good. Just going to replace this last block with soul sand now. Like this. And then I want to glass this up. I'm going to use blue glass for this. We just skip a block, and then we'll use a button to deal with the water flow issues. Might be too high. I'm going to bring it up this high. Because now we get a sense of where the second floor needs to be, right? This is where the storage is. The AFK area needs to be up here somewhere. So in this cross section of these four chunks, this is where our AFK base is going to be, somewhere around here. This is where we're going to be standing to run the farms and just to like kind of chill. But the farms are as such that as you're coming down here to get into your inventory and stuff, the farms are still going to be firing off at different levels of efficiency. So this is a really good base farm because you're going to have this stuff getting produced just as you go. Alright, so we got this one water flow here. Let's get back to what we were doing. Just bring this up. This is probably not going to fall at the same height, but I'm just bringing it up now as a placeholder. And we'll do it at, I think it needs to be much higher than that. Something like this. Yeah, somewhere about this height is pretty good. Alright, let's get those water flows connected now. And I think I'm going to place my buttons and water buckets now, since we got getting kind of close. Alright, so just put a button in front of each of these. Oh, wrong spot. Cool, I was able to connect that in one shot. Awesome. Let's get this one over. And then we have a water block at this first spot. That's a given, right? Just like that. And then at some point, probably around here, just put another water bucket in. I should be able to reach over and do the same thing with this one, no problem. And make sure you put those buttons on the bottom so you don't have like aquatic mobs spawning in here. We may actually have to filter for that later. And we'll just close that back up. So that's good. And now this you would generally use like kelp to run this up. Ooh, I got this in the wrong spot. What is this little hole about? It's just an unneeded piece. I just need the bottom one. Okay, that's all it is, just the bottom piece. It's just weird the way this came out. Is that not working? Did I miss a block? I must have missed a block. Alright, got it that time. Let's do that again for this one. Oh, wrong one. This one. It'd help if I finish building it. There we go. So we got our 2 water flows now coming up to around the on the 2nd floor. Just go ahead and extend this out because this is where the floor is going to be. So in this floor, you'll have this corner of water flows coming up on the side. I'm okay with that. I like the way that looks actually. And we lose this little corner piece. I'm okay with that. Right, and then at the end I would shave off all this extra glass and stuff that I don't need. It's just marker blocks. Alright, so the items come in from that way, they come in from this way. You've got your dropper on this side, which is bone. So this first one's bone. So this one has to go to our kelp and other farms. Let's see how we're going to do that. So let's bring this out. So we need a sugarcane farm, we need a kelp farm. I think I want to do the kelp and bamboo farms first. So we need to, what do we need? So we need, the bones are coming out. Those need to be immediately crushed down into bone meal. We may be able to do that down here in this stream process. When it comes down through here, we pick it up like right here at the drop. We catch it as it falls down. And then I think what we can do is we can just turn it right into bone meal and then just send it right back up into the stream with a dispenser. Probably put a dispenser somewhere around here and just pop it right back up through. That's what we're doing. So what I need here is a hopper. I'm going to lose this water for a second. It's kind of in the way. Just going to put a hopper like this. Change the track because it's driving me crazy. And what I need is a crafter. So we need a crafter. We got everything else we need. A comparator, crafter. Yep, got everything else we need. So I'm going to put the crafter this way, like this, because I'm going to have to push this right back into the same water stream once we've crafted these bones down into bone meal. So we need is a solid block underneath. And then I need to put a redstone repeater leading into that solid block. So I place the little block underneath it like that. And then we just kind of do this kind of basic design. Like that. And we need a comparator. Oh, I'm stuck. I need a comparator leading out of this. We actually need another comparator leading into that one with a crafter here. If I can select it, and then we're going to go ahead and select all of these spaces in the crafter like that, and then we're missing a redstone dust right there. This should be good to go. So now we need to have our dispenser pushing these right back up, and I kind of want to do it like right there. Let's see if we can do that. So I think we need, or could we even just put a soul sand here, pop it up? In my experience lately that hasn't been working, so I'm going to push it down and then back up. I'm just going to go with what works. So let's put a dispenser like right here. If I can get to this, let's block that water for a second. And now we need actually a dropper, not even a dispenser. Go ahead and put that. God, I want to do it right there. Just right there. I think that's awesome. Let's do it like that. Okay, so we need a few. Yeah, but if we do it that way, then I need to stack these. No, we're just going to use soul sand. It's going to be easier. So we'll put the dropper right here. Soul sand right here. Yeah, this is a live design tutorial, so I'm kind of making up some of this stuff as I go, just based on my experience, what I know works, what I know doesn't. What I need is glass. Keep losing my inventory. Alright, so let's do glass right here. Actually, this needs to be at 3 blocks for this to work, doesn't it? No, I could just put glass here with a button. It doesn't even need to have water in this spot. That's what we're going to do, and then there'll just be a water bucket here where it matters. Actually, there. And then we can just block this up. We don't need it all. That's perfect. Just like that, and then we just need a water block here. And this space in between. And then that should do it. And then this needs to be a button. We gotta kind of move things over here a little bit, but that's not a big deal. Right, it falls down. No, this has to be open. Has to be 1 block further. Because there needs to be three blocks for this water flow on top of this hopper to work well. Actually, it doesn't need this at all. This can be closed because we're not sorting anything. We can literally just close that. Does not matter. We don't need that block. Okay. Now we're on track. So this is good. This actually works the way I had it. Just got to bring it all the way up to this 3rd block right there. Cover this. And as long as I can cap all this stuff off, this should work fine. Right. It's going to pop out of here. Shoot that way. This is capped off. This is capped off. It hits the water stream and gets shot upward. I think I might be missing a block here though. There it is. And then we do need to block this off a block higher. Just in my experience, sometimes the items can get stuck there. But just like that is good. And we could just cover that up like that. This should work. So let's go ahead and throw some bones in there and see if that's working. Alright, so what did I miss? What's wrong? Oh, this is the wrong. It's the same design. It's just with 1. Right? That should still work with just the 1. Yeah, that still works. Oops. Alright, let's do that again. Did I break it? Is anything stuck? No, I think it's fine. Yep, so that's good. Make sure nothing got stuck in here. It's 5. Yeah, I'll have to fix this. This is not the right design, I don't think. We'll fix it. But that's the general idea. We'll fix it. So it shoots up this way. Comes here. And then it just needs to feed into now a couple of different machines. I think the first one I want to do is the kelp and the bamboo. So let's go ahead and let's just build it. Hopefully we got enough space. We may have to kind of like rebuild it. So I think for the bamboo part, I want it to be half powered by bone meal. And then I want to have maybe 3 cells that are going to be growing just based on, you know, tick speed or whatever. All right, let's do it. So what do I need? I want mud. I think I'm going to do this on mud. So mud is less than a block tall, so you can put it on top of a hopper, which is kind of nice. So where do we want this going? So the output of the bamboo needs to be the input of the kelp, which tells me I need to build the kelp farm first, unfortunately. So we're doing kelp. So with kelp, I gotta switch gears. I need water, I need glass, dispenser, piston, and I think it'll be the same thing. There'll be like 3 cells that are live and like 1 that's actually pumping on the bone meal. So let's do that. So dispensers are gonna go, I think I'm gonna do this at ground level too. Ground level, is that gonna work? Alright, like I said, we may have to move things around. Let's do it at ground level for now. This needs to go to inventory. So where this is going to go is the output of this needs to come in to this input here because it's going to be sorted in this storage area here. So I want my output to go kind of this way, I think. and then I can cross under or around. I can figure out a way to bypass this. I'm not worried about that, but for now I'm just going to come this way, and we'll just kind of mark it with a dispenser for now. And I think I'll have my dispenser go... I got room to go that way. I'm going to have it go this way. And then we're going to do 4 hoppers. It's just going to be a 4 hopper unit like this. And I'm just designing this kind of like live. I haven't built one of these in a little while, but I have a general idea of how these look. So now I need 3 blocks out. So I'm already realizing this is too close. So let's just bring this in 2 more blocks in like this. Just give us plenty of space. I'm really liking the way this blue glass is looking with the new visuals. It's really nice. All right. Just keep this going. We'll do 4. I got stuck. Alright, we got 4, and now I need some fences. Doing a smaller unit. I usually make these much bigger. I'm gonna go ahead and open up these fences like that. And now it's only going to come from one side, so I think I'm going to do this with blue glass too. It's going to come from this height like this. Can I put kelp right on top of blue ice? No, I don't think I can. I got to use another block, so I'm going to use smooth stone for that. Right. And now we need our dispenser right at that level. Do I have a dispenser? Make sure we don't use a dropper because that'll mess everything up. I need water soon too. Alright, dispenser goes here. Just in the one spot, just this far spot here. Like that. And you get one of these. These become solid blocks. And then I don't think I'm going to fire these off with the traditional observer method. I think I want to let these grow a little bit longer, maybe. No, let's just do it with observers because we're dealing with water flow. We can do that for the bamboo side, no problem. We can go 20 blocks up if we want. But we're dealing with water flows, and as the bamboo grows, not the bamboo, the kelp, it's going to mess up our water flow. So let's just do it this way. This is just a safer way to do it. And where's my smooth stone? Redstone. Like that. And then this last one will be triggered with the kelp. So now we got to be able to fill this remotely. So in order to do that, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to fire this off independently of the top. You can do that by just using a target block here. I like that it's kind of hidden from everything, and then we'll have our redstone clock around here somewhere. Let's just put a wall here just as a placeholder so we don't go in one block too close. And then as far as this piston's concerned, I kind of want to use a target block for both. Let's just see if we can make that work. I'm just going to kind of invent my own circuit here just to be different. I'm just going to do it like that. And then this is good. And then we need to, obviously we need to cover the front of this up. Something like that. Doesn't have to even go all the way. I generally do that. I generally bring it up all the way. This is 4 units. This is going to be pretty good. It's going to produce a decent amount of kelp. So this actually, the output of this is a kelp. The output of this, we have to actually cook it. So that's fine. I just got confused for a second. We'll just send it this way. It's the same thing. Because the next farm is the one that goes that way, and that'll probably be right over here. It's going to take the output of this farm and the output of a bamboo farm, and it's going to automatically cook and craft up kelp blocks, which if you don't know is a really OP fuel for any part of the game. Oh, gotta put blocks on this side too. Alright, so now we need our kelp input, our bone meal input, which is going to be coming from here. Now we do have to split this up between 3 farms. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm probably going to use chests. Let's just get this working direct, and we'll just kind of fix it as we go. So we just need 1 there. And then we've been using blue ice, so I'm going to just keep using blue ice for our water stream here. And then we know our bone meal is this one over here. So it's going to come from here like that. Let's go ahead and glass this up. So far so good. Spacing in here to get my redstone is still okay. I need a repeater on 1 tick delay between this bottom one and this top one. That's why they're done separately. And that's always a challenge to figure out how I'm going to do that. I don't generally just steal somebody else's idea unless I'm really stuck. So I know what I have to do. I just kind of make it up as I go. Alright, and then this, we'll just block this off here. We'll add an extra block of water. And we should be able to redirect that flow just fine. And we'll just do a single block on top. Sometimes you have to do this block 1 block higher like that, but I'm going to leave it like that. I think it's going to be fine. And then what you want to do is you got to stop it 1 block before the corner. And you can use a button, you can use a sign. In my opinion, a button is the best. If I can get it in the freaking hotbar, like this. And then you start the water at the corner and it goes the next direction like that. And it's all good. And this is actually enough water to do this. If I wanted to speed it up because I was greedy, I could put a button and another bucket of water, but this is pretty good. So that's going to fill that up. So now we got to build our redstone clock to make this work. And I think I'm going to go with a simple design, and we'll kind of go from there. If we need something stronger, we'll get it. Just like this, I got the first one already done at the zero tick delay. So we'll do it like that. We need a block there. I kind of think I want the redstone torch to pop out the back on this side. So we're not going to do it that way. Put the redstone dust this way instead. And then we'll do the redstone torch out the back so I can climb up and hopefully get enough delay on it so it doesn't break the farm. Alright, so we don't need, I should keep the crafter kind of like handy. Gunpowder we don't need. Alright, so first part's done. So that's firing off. If this had bone meal in it, in fact, let's just put something in it. Nope. Why are you not firing off? Why is that not working? Oh, it doesn't like that it's a redstone, that it's a target block like this. I could just do this. Same thing. Whatevs. Alright, so but that's pushing the piston. We don't want that. So let's not do that. I'm still doing the target block. I don't care. You can't stop me from doing the target block. I'm going to do it. Just going to have to do it here. Same difference. That should work. No, I'm going to have to go with the redstone on this side. I always end up doing that. I can never decide which way I want to go when I'm using a simple circuit like this. Like, that's fine. We'll do it like this. And like that. And I'm just going to put like a redstone dust here. I just don't want it to, yeah, there we go. I just don't want it to hit. It's still hitting the piston. It's too close. Oh, because it goes over a block. Okay, let's fix that. I want to use a target block. I know we could use it for this first one. Let's do it like this instead. I should be able to just put like a redstone torch under it. It's only going to go up 2 blocks max. In fact, if that's the case, I can just do a solid block. It won't reach that. It can't reach it. It's too high. I'll do it like this. It's only going to go 1 block through. It'll grab that. Perfect. We got it. And this, I think we can go just do the same thing. Just at this point like this, right? That's going to work. Yeah, that's going to work. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so that's firing off now. Let's put something in here to make sure. Yep, that's firing off. Now all we have to do is redirect this redstone to the piston now, and that needs to be on a 1 block tick delay, on a 1 tick delay. So probably just be a repeater like this, and now I could just use glass to connect it. It's messy. I'm sure you can do this like much more optimal. I don't care. It's gonna work. Cool. So that's, why'd you get stuck? On a 1 tick delay, that's getting stuck for some reason? Why is that happening? This is too far away to complete that clock. Let me just try it through a solid block. That's weird. Still getting stuck. Huh. But it's fine on the 0 tick delay. It's shooting just fine. I wonder if I don't have to just move this over. Just move this over one. Let's just try that. Because it shouldn't be close enough to be getting a signal, but maybe it is. Yeah, let's just try it like this. This should be fine. Because the only thing I can think of is it was looping. Because usually you can get a 1 tick delay on a from one of these. Like it gets stuck at 2, but not at 1. Oh, it's because there's, yeah, I just gotta go one more block out, no biggie. There we go. Is that working now? On a 1 tick delay, that looks like it's working. All right, let's just shut this off and let's feed it and see if I can get it running. Shut you off. Oh, I forgot to actually put the water in it. I gotta kill this for a second. Hold up. So we need water and kelp. So we just put water in this first one here. And then you're going to put water on the top like this. And then all you have to do is put a single kelp at the bottom of each of these locations. And the water stream should be just fine. They tell you not to put it in the corners. Like this last corner, like leave an empty block. I've never had a problem with that. So if you've seen that warning, just know that I've never had an issue with it. Look how nice that water looks, that reflection. I'm just going to cap these off because these will go flying. Do got to cap this off like that. And now let's send some. What else do we have to do? Let's do a quick little check run here. Make sure everything is connected. So this is good. We got that going there. Everything is coming from over there. I should maybe just put a top on that if we want. Should be able to just start this now, and then we'll put. Oh, I didn't replace the repeater. I'm gonna just start this now, and then all I gotta do is just put bone meal in this water stream down here, or bones rather, and it should do the whole work. So let's see what happens. Drop that in. Why is that? Oh, because it's down. It's happening down here. Sorry, this thing was kind of broken. Like it kind of works, but not really. Whatever. I'll fix that later. Let's just assume that it's working. I'm gonna just drop like bone meal in here. All right. This goes up. Gets stuck in the hole because this is not correct. Hold on. I didn't even know there was a hole there. Okay, let's do that again. That's the only problem with working with glass is that you can't really see what you're working with sometimes. That goes up, goes over here, comes over here. So the tick delay is a little off. Let's try changing it by 1. Let's make sure that it actually got what it needs. It does. Let's try a 2. I think I want this on a 1. Let's do something. Let's kill this and make sure that it is getting. See, it's not even getting bone meal right now, so it's not. Oh, I never actually connected the dispenser. That's silly. All right, let's connect the dispenser. Oops. Because I forgot that we switched how we were doing this. Let's connect the dispenser. Ooh, my bad. You gotta be careful when trying to bring power off the side of this. Sometimes it breaks. In this case, that's working. It's gonna lock this up too, but it should be okay. It's gonna be a one, like it's gonna be a delay just on the first one. You won't notice it. All right, so now that should be working. Is it? It's not going over. We gotta go one further. I'm just gonna do it like this. It's no biggie. I don't think you're allowed to do this. It's not gonna let me do this, right? It does? Huh, okay, cool. And that should be good. And I saw it go off. We just gotta work on the delay. Oh, now but it's powering the same one. We got the same problem. Let's go back to the target block. See if this works. It would have to be like this. I don't think that's going to work. Or we can just put the redstone straight into it. Let's just try that. like that. Alright, so that clearly works. So now let's connect this repeater again with a once-to-click delay. And oh boy, is it working. Look at that. That only took like forever, but now we're popping some kelp. That's cool. So the way this works is that as bones come into the farm from, we're going to have two mob farms, one on either side. As bones come through, they're going to get broken down into bone meal. I have to fix the crafter that does that. It's fine. I'll do that later. Just trying to get the main stuff out. It's going to pop these, and then these will get directed here, and then we got to push this now via water flow to the next machine. So the next machine needs to be basically a smelter. It's just a smelter. So this one's a real easy one. It's going to be the same thing. We need to have a water stream going to the collection area, and we don't have to start it on this side. If we decide to put the chest on this side, we can actually have the water stream come in here. I like it to go through with all the rest of the items though, so that's what we'll do. So how much space do we need for this? Just a smelter. So let's just go ahead and start placing down the key items. We need a furnace. We need some hoppers, which we always have hoppers, don't we? We need a dropper, not a dispenser. Dropper. Did I keep my crafter? I got my crafter. We're going to need that. And then all of these redstone items are going to come into play now as well. Alright, so we got to come in this way. Let me just kind of start where the water stream's going to come through, just so I can have an idea. It needs to be one block lower, so the water stream's going to come like this, and I want it to be kind of aligned with the build wall, so that can come right here. Or one block deeper. Wait, we need 3 blocks in. 1, 2, 3. No, this is good. This will have to work. We'll do it right in the wall. I don't care. Alright, so what are we doing? We're doing furnaces. And then we need our output to be a dispenser. Going back to the farm. And we'll go 1 block in, I guess. I guess right here is good. Because where's that one? It's right there. We can always deal with, we can always fix it on the Y. So we need actually a dropper. And then we should actually have this output to a super smelter, which would make more sense. So no, we're not going to go this way. We're going to go the other way. And what I'm going to do is on this side of the base on the second floor, we'll have like a little, maybe like a 10 to 15 furnace super smelter here in the corner, and we'll have this be its input. So like you can, you put your iron and all your stuff will go there. Let's just start this stream. We know it's going to be like right here. And then this, I just want to kind of send off. And it's good to do this ahead of time because you see how I'm finding conflicting streams? Like that wants to collide with the other when it's at the same height. So you got to deal with that. I think the way I want to deal with that is to go through this wall. Maybe on the outside of the wall, just below it. So we'll just come down 1. That's how we'll solve that. So we'll just do this literally. Come down 2. Make room for the spacing in between. And this becomes our new water flow. And I've decided to come out a couple more blocks like this. Because what you end up having to do is you end up having to have thick walls. You end up having to have 3 or 4 block thick walls. My floors need to be 3 to 6 blocks deep between floors to hide all of this stuff. I'm using glass just so you can see what's going on. But generally you'd hide all this stuff. You don't even want to see it. You know it's there. Alright, let's just kind of get like the outline of where this is going to be. I'm like excited about building the smelter now. I want to get back onto it. So let's get back on it. Alright, that's the output. That's where that's going to go. This goes this way. And now from here it can pop up and go into this farm. So we need... Let's build the farm first. Alright, so what do we have? That's going that way. That's a given. I want to utilize this space. So let's start from like here maybe. Maybe right here. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually don't know how many furnaces we need. So I'm just going to... I have no idea, you guys. I'm going to start with 4. My guess is it's less, but this is going to be more than enough. And then we can kind of tweak it back because I don't have like a good way of evening them out. Unless we use minecart loader or something. I don't want to do that. That's a lot of work. Alright, so let's just, that should be good. It's like right flush with this. And we'll have it spill in from right here. Yeah, I'm liking this idea. Because you need a 3 block to get it over. And there's our 3 blocks. And this can be part of the 3 blocks. So we can do it like this. That's going to be our water flow. And that's going to come from here. We don't need this that far. And yeah, it's right there. So let's break this. And we do need soul sand. Alright, where's my hole? There it is. Yeah, whenever you're turning these corners, you need to have a 3 block, like you need to have 3 block spacing, otherwise it doesn't work. You can't just do it with 2, this will break. In fact, this is not enough spacing. This is going to break, so I need to move this out one more. And I'll just do it on this side because I'm lazy. There we go. We got the 3 blocks. We'll put a button right in front of that, and then we just send our water flows. So the button goes right here. And then I keep on putting away the glass. I don't know why I do that. Like, I'm using the same, like, 2 hotbar spaces instead of utilizing them all. It's driving me crazy. So this would just be like that, right? And then you have another button here, and then this would need a button here like that. And then we can just have it go all the way around, and this would be sufficient. And then we just have to put our water flows here. Needs like a little ledge like that. Kind of like this should do it. I hope that's close enough. I have my doubts now. Let's just see. Yeah, so let's just see how far this will go. It slows down as it goes. So what's going to happen is these first 2 furnaces are going to get filled more often than these. So there may be some like fuel management issues in this. I don't like the way this is coming out, but we're just going to kind of leave it for now as a placeholder. Alright, so then now we need to put something in this to cook it, and this is going to be bamboo. Shoot, I kind of think I just want to do this with 2 now. Screw it. We'll do a loader or something. It'll be fun. So I'm going to go ahead and put a hopper in the back of each of these, like that. And that's like actually kind of like conveniently placed because I can power that block. I think, is that touching anything? No, I can power that block. Because I'm going to have rails here to move the items about. I think I either do that or I do it as chests. That's messy. We'll do it as rails. And this is going to be persistent, so this can just be powered rails. It's just powered all the time. And then I need to put maybe a redstone block next to it. Or maybe change that up with a redstone block. I need power there, and it's cramped, so I might just switch that with a redstone block. I'm trying to make this a lot of stuff fit in a small area. And this is the first version, so it's going to be kind of messy. So what do I need? I need this block to be powered. There it is. Oh, get a load of these redstone blocks now after the new update. Look how nice that looks. It's so bright. It almost hurts your eyes. Look at the sun. Same thing. Alright, so let's see. This is all good. This comes here. And these would cook, provided that you have fuel coming into this. So that brings us to the next thing. We need to have a bamboo farm. And then I haven't decided. I should do a quick test, actually. Because I tested this before, but I don't remember what the results were. And the question is if you're using bamboo for smelting, is it better to use the bamboo just raw as bamboo to smelt, or should you craft it up into some other kind of derivative of bamboo before you use it to smelt? I think the answer is slabs, but I want to confirm that. So let's just get a couple here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the equivalent of objects into a furnace. So let's start with, I may have to go into survival for this. Let's do something. Let's give myself a bed. Let's do Control Alt Delete on my inventory because it's making me crazy. And just let's get rid of all of this. Awesome. Clean slate. That's awesome. So I'm at a different farm right now. I guess I didn't actually sleep in the bed. Alright, where's my farm? Where am I at? I'm over here. Why is live chat not available? It shows that live chat's not available for the stream. Why is that? Like I was checking chat and I'm like, why isn't anybody messaging? And I'm not seeing it. You know, hold on a second. Let me jump on stream from my phone, and let me see if there's a chat and I'm just not seeing it on my end from from YouTube. Because I hated if somebody was talking to me and I'm not seeing what they're saying. Hold on, let me get on the stream really quick. Can't even open the stream. Yeah, is this stream broken? Is anybody actually on this stream? I can't actually get on the stream. Let me try that again. Yeah, I can't open the stream. Let me try YouTube. I guess I could just do it from here. Hold up a second. I wonder if I can do it from OBS. Did I not make a chat for this? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I got people here on the chat. I don't know what happened, man. I can't. Yeah, I couldn't see the chat. I'm just gonna put this on the side, off screen, I guess. Did I not make a chat for this? That's weird. That's weird. All right, well, I got the chat on the screen on the side, so if anybody else joins and says anything, I can respond now. I don't know what the hell happened. It's not showing the chat in my viewer. All right, so where the hell was I? I got distracted. All right, so we're doing bamboo. This is why I wanted to kill myself because there's way too much going on here. So I got bamboo, and I want to try that versus maybe just versus slabs. And versus no, let's do it versus just blocks. That's the easiest thing to make. And we'll do 9 of these is equal 1 block. Alright, so we can put 1 of each in here, I think. And then we can just grab an item and just see how many it's able to cook in that time. And I think that these are like the same, or the block's a little better. But the block can be broken down into slabs, and not slabs, the planks, and the planks can be broken into slabs. That requires 2 levels of crafting. So this one's giving us 1, and these might both give us 1. This one's giving us more than 1. It's giving us 2. So it's better just to leave it as is. I think you'll see a very different story if we went ahead and we crafted these down into slabs, right? I don't want to do that. We're just going to feed it. We're going to feed it direct. I don't want to. That's a lot of work. I don't want to do it. It's too much work. I'm not going to do it. Okay. So it's going to be direct. So we got to feed this direct. And we can do that right here. Let me just extend this rail over like this. Let me get this working a little bit better because I can't see what's going on. Okay, cool. Now I got it. Alright, so let's extend this rail over. I think it's just going to be like right here too. I'm just going to do this very simple. And then what do we need? So we need, we're making bamboo. We need a dispenser here. And I think I wanted, can we do this with water? I can do the dispenser right here. And then we'll have a hopper minecart and it'll just pick it up as it passes. It'll pick up probably more than what's being produced. It'll come this way. So what am I putting here? This is just bamboo. Perfect. So now we need our hoppers. This is going to be the same kind of design. It's going to have one that has a bone meal intake, and then it's going to have 2 additional cells. Oh, this is leading into the wall already, isn't it? Oh no, this is like a platform I built. And then it'll have 2 additional cells that are like this, that are just on auto. Can we kill this? Can you go to sleep for a while? Yeah, it'll be something similar. So now we need mud. Mud is really good because, as I said before, it is less than a full block thick. So what ends up happening is that it can fall right through down to the hopper below. You don't need a hopper minecart. So this is how I'm going to do it. And then what we need now is a dispenser on one side. I think I'm going to use the exact same design. Since I'm spitting out on this side and I have a dispenser right there, we're just going to mirror this design, but on the other side. So that means I need my dispenser right here. Actually, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. These can just be solid blocks. I like glass better. I like to be able to see through it. So just put the glass like this. Oop. Very good. And the pistons are going to be in the same spot all the way across. It's on the next block up. And then what varies here is the fact that this just becomes a glass block. It's unneeded. And then we'll get our observers. Let's keep our inventory clean as we go. Let's try that. And then we'll put our observers facing this way. Like that. Solid block behind. These get redstone. So that side's done. I can glass this whole thing up. And come to think of it, I may actually, at the end, maybe move this over to be in the wall and be kind of like a decoration, where you can kind of see this in the wall, but it's less busy on, like, you know, the walking space. But for right now, this is good. And then this just needs a block like that. And then I'm going to power this block. I don't know what's going to happen when I power this block, but I'm going to power it. Because I want our rails to come back and forth like this. Right? This is already set to do that. And then I can have the same redstone clock that's running this. We'll also run this dispenser, no biggie. And then the cart's just going to run back and forth on it just infinitely. I don't really care about this. We could put a loader there or something else, but this doesn't have to be super efficient. I don't care. Like, I'm going to work on it as we go. Why is that side not working? Oh, because you can't use a redstone block like that. That's my bad. I can put it here, though. So let's, yeah, it's not like a... Did I break something over there? No, it's good. Yeah, it's good. I could put the redstone block over here, though, instead. Or even a solid block and like a lever. I think I'm going to do that instead. Solid block and a lever right here is nice. Done. Okay, cool. So we put our cart back. That's going to just kind of move infinitely back and forth. So what else are we missing here? We need our bamboo, which I threw away like 10 seconds ago for some silly reason. Alright, so we put bamboo right here. Boom, boom, boom. Just cap this off with glass. I also like it to like just put like a layer of slabs on top. I think I like that better. Let's do that really quick. Where you can actually just kind of... Which can look really nice if you have like the root, like if you have the ceiling right there. Let's say if you have the ceiling like this or something, that can look really nice. Alright, so this is done. So now we need our redstone clock, which I think Considering how much space I left back here for me, I'm just going to do it right here. Should be enough room. So what do we have? We have the piston on the top. That we're going to do independently, so we need this one here. Doing this one different already. Let's get some redstone out. I'm completely designing this on the fly. And I think you should do that. You should look at farms to get an idea of what you might do if you're kind of stuck and you don't know where to start. But the final product should be your own. You should be able to do that. All right, so we got that torch there, which makes sense just to bring this way. We may turn this around, but that should, given bone meal, that should grow. Let's make sure that's true. Totally true. This used to not waste, yeah, so it still doesn't waste bone meal. Sometimes I've seen where it does waste it, but this is zero loss. As you can see, it's stopped and it's not doing anything. It's fine. So I think here we need, this shouldn't be a problem. This block shouldn't be powered as of yet. And we can put this on a 0 tick delay. Oh, this is going to be fun to get this signal up there. I think I'm just going to use glass in the same way. I may have to turn this because it's coming kind of far out on the base, but this is actually going to go further out. If I need to build it bigger, I can. I don't really care. So this can go like this. Something like that'll do. Right? I don't... Oh, look at that. I already got it. Oh, look at that. The learning curve is minimal. Yeah, that's glitching out. Like, look at that. Looks like they're flying out, but they're not, and they are in fact, this in fact is filling up. I just need to power that, and I think that's going to be real simple. I think I'm just going to use a target block. I love target blocks. I use them unnecessarily all the time. I just like the way they look in the build, but this should be very, very simple. Boom, those are popping up, and that cart's going to pick those up, and those are going to sit there. All right, everything is coming together, you guys. So all I got to do now, is just connect this stuff. We'll throw a whole bunch of bone meal in there, and we'll see how it works. And then I still have to fix the crafter and, of course, build the mob farm. But the stuff I was concerned with is coming together. I'm pretty excited about that. So this is all ready. We got to turn this back on because this is part of it. Items are going to fall through there. It's going to hit this. Should make sure these don't miss. Something like that. And that should be sufficient. Let's go ahead and drop some bone meal in here. And actually, I didn't put the bone meal intake for the other side, but let's just see what it looks like with what we have so far. I'll just manually add the bone meal intake. So that's obviously working, shooting them out. I don't see it coming here yet. I may have messed up the water flow somewhere. It's coming. Oh, I didn't connect this? That's silly. Hold on. Let me connect this really quick. This is not actually powered. There it is. Those are coming out. Those are going this way. It's coming up. Those are gonna. It looks like I got some paper in there too, but that's okay. These are coming through. These are cooking. These are doing what I wanted them to do. We may actually just leave it like a 2 furnace array instead of 3. Or I'll switch this up with a hopper minecart going back and forth. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that instead. So check this out. So I'm gonna replace this water with a dispenser, and we're gonna move the items through solid blocks. And then they'll come up here, and then there'll be a train bringing them back and forth. Yeah, I want to do it like that. I think that'll be cool. It's not gonna be efficient, but it's gonna look cool. You'll see. Check this out. Alright, so what I need here instead is a dispenser. And then we'll just put this right here. I'm doing it already. I'm starting to get duplicates of items in my inventory. No, don't do it. And then we're going to replace these two with hoppers. Needs to be 2 because we need to make sure that the blocks next to it are solid blocks. This block here needs to be a solid block like this. And now these items should be able to just go right up through the glass. And you'll see them float up as though a water stream, but it's going right through solid blocks. It's so cool. It's one of my favorite buggy things about Minecraft. So just put a powered wheel here and here. I think I'm going to do the same thing here and just power all of these as well. Okie dokie. I hate when that happens. Alright, so this needs to have, this is easy to fix. I just need one of these reels in the corner, and then I should be able to fix this. So just by doing, maybe just doing this. Now when I add the power wheel here, it should behave. It should better. Oh, it's not behaving. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if this works. And then there. Oh, look at that. The goat. That is a nightmare when that happens, but I fixed it really fast that time, so I'm pretty stoked about it. All right, so let's power this block over here too. I think I'm just gonna put a torch here. Actually, let's do it like this instead. I'll put one block here. Oop. And we'll put a lever on it, and we'll power both of these at the same time. And it's still messing it up. Look at that. It's still messing it up. Oh, I hate everybody. Hold on. We know how to fix this. This goes here. This goes here. And then we can replace this with one of these. Boom. So let's put a solid block here without breaking it this time. And then we'll just put a lever on it. That's going to power the whole thing. Voila. So now we just need a hopper minecart. One here, and then one over here again, since I broke it. Oh, this needs to be a solid block. There we go. And so does this. Very, very cool. All right, so what's next? So now I need to actually push that water stream up. And then fix this broken block I left. Oops. Alright, so that's good. It's going around the corner. It's going to hit that hopper. That shouldn't be a problem. That's going to go into here. I think I'm just going to go with a quick little observer clock for this one. I didn't use observer clocks for the longest time because they were super glitchy and they would lag out your game, but that's no longer a problem. So now that's good. We'll go ahead and... well, there it is. It's going right up to the glass. And sure enough, that's doing what it's supposed to do. So let's throw some more bone meal in here and just watch it in action. Make sure it's still working. Throw a couple stacks maybe. So this is going up. Coming this way, it's hitting that. That's producing kelp. Kelp is coming down this way, up and around. It's getting pushed through the glass. It's coming here. It's getting picked up by the hoppers. And as long as I can give this some bone meal, you'll see that the rest starts cooking as well. And what I could do is I could put a delay on the input. I'll show you what I mean. I think I'm going to put a delay on the input on the other side so that it stops here for a second. You see how this just keeps going? It's just grabbing. I don't know that. Yeah, in that time it should grab 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's grabbing exactly 4. So this may actually be accidentally timed perfectly. Yeah, this may be accidentally timed perfectly. This is just not producing enough to bring all the items over, but it's doing 3 of 4. But I think the farm, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes when we have the mob farms connected. And those items are going to get stuck on top of there sometimes, but hopefully one of these two will fire off before it's lost. So I'll show you what I mean. If we get a bamboo and I just replace this top one with bamboo, breaks them all, and sometimes it'll push them in. In this case, it didn't push them in. It kind of got stuck. I'm just going to see if I can fix that. What I'm going to do to fix that is I'm going to extend this glass out to a glass pane. And what that's going to do is it's going to give it more room to travel. You'll see what I mean now. If I do it like this. I'm going to have to add more hoppers to make this work, though. It's not going to work just like that. And then I can just do hopper like that. Let's see if that falls through. That's the thing with bamboo. Cactus is another one like that, where there's a lot of loss because of it. Yeah, now there's enough room that it's falling off just by making that little adjustment. See if that's true on this side. It may not even need the hoppers. Let's see what happens if I just put like solid blocks here. Yeah, see, they're still getting stuck. No matter what, they're gonna get stuck. Bamboo farm. And the only way to get around that is to use a lay. Oh, I'm breaking shit. Hold on. And this needs like a solid block. Is that what I did? Alright, cool. Fixed it again. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this the way I had it. This should be fine. I mean, there's going to be some loss. There's nothing you can do about that with bamboo. Unless you use a lay. What I can do if it's really a problem is that I can increase the size of the farm, maybe. There we go. So that's working. It's messy. I can clean this up. I can turn this sideways. I think I can turn it this way completely. And run the same line some other way. But for now, it's good. Alright, so we got 3 down. Let's do the output of this one goes to the super smelter, right? And that is... Oh, I haven't even put an output on this one yet. Okay, so these are all cooking and they're not going anywhere. So those need to go somewhere. And then this part actually has to be like broken down too. So in your dispenser, I'm taking it this way. I think we can break it down maybe over here in this corner. I think that's what I'm going to do. What I mean by that is we have to use a crafter to turn the dried kelp into the dried kelp blocks. That's what I mean by that. Alright, so let's get our dispenser out, or our dropper out. That's going to go right there, and then we got to put a bunch of hoppers into the back of it. Like that. Now that we have that, we need to have our... So what's here? So this is actually like a back area of the storage room. This whole area is unused. So I think I'm just going to do it here, and then we'll send it via water stream this way, and we'll have a pop-up, and we'll do like a single chest that goes into the super smelter that also has an overflow, so that you can use the fuel elsewhere. You can take it with you. Basically, it's just to have extra. So we'll do it like that. And then we need our ice 2 blocks down like this. And then we can just do it right here, actually. Let's just do it literally right here. So I'm just going to put like a temporary block. We'll put a hopper here. And then we need a crafter, which I don't have for some reason. Let's get a crafter together. And then we want to face our crafter this way, maybe. If I can get to it. There it is. Alright, so same thing. So I want to build out, I think this way. It doesn't matter. This whole area is going to be closed off. No one's going to see this. Alright, so what do we need? We need our redstone stuff. Alright, so we need a redstone repeater leading into the block below the crafter. We're going to put a block on top of it, behind it. One over here. There's some temporary blocks, and then another one right there. So it's like this design. And we need to have a comparator coming out of it. Redstone dust right here. And then a block, a comparator, and a crafter leading into that comparator. And we're just going to leave this with all 9 closed like that. Very cool. And then I think this is actually done. Yeah, this doesn't need anything else. So as your kelp blocks come in here, as your dried kelp comes in here, it turns into kelp blocks. So now we can just push this via water stream to where it needs to be. And what's our level like on this? Pretty bad level. No biggie. We can fix it. And there we have it. This one is connected to that one, so it needs to be one block further out. Very cool. So now let's find the furnace input. So this is the corner over here, and I want it to be above it. So this is the corner. I'm going to have it come in. We're going to have to build, we're going to have to actually build it. Hold on. All right, let's extend this floor out to the corner. This is the second floor of this building. Very good. And then this presumably would be a wall, right? Like this probably. And then I wanted this to be, I don't know, I think 10 cells is good enough. I was thinking 15, but I've done like as much as 100, and there's a point where it's just too much, and I think 10 is like a good, nice sweet spot. So I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead. So if this is the back wall, we need to run some hoppers. And it's 15, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give us that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're just going to do 10. We'll just do 5 and 5 like this. This is good enough. I'm okay with this. This is what we're doing. Yep, so now we're going to go ahead and put our furnaces on top, which I don't have anymore for some reason. Where the hell? Alright, so furnaces. And then this is where our kelp input has to go, right? So we need to have, oh, stop, man. I kind of want to have this separate. I want to have this separate. I want the kelp output to just fill into a chest, and then the player can come and decide whether or not they want to use that to smelt or not. I'm not going to make this auto, not completely auto. Alright, so let's do a couple more blocks here, and this will be our rail ending. And then I think we can put our fuel right here. And we'll do 2 double chests. That should be enough. We'll do it. We're working with glass, so we can do that right in the wall, I think. That's 1 block too close. Okay, well, it is what it is. We'll do it like this. I hate it. How do we fix that? We go 1 block higher? Is that what we do? Yeah, that's what we do. It'll stay. When you turn it off, it'll get stuck like that. I'm not worried about it. It doesn't matter that it looks weird. So it'll be a single redstone here. This needs redstone dust too. I'm using a lot of powered rails because when your chest gets really full, sometimes it gets stuck. So that's intentional. So we just got regular rails here in the middle. This needs to go out a couple. We'll go ahead and we'll stop it on this side too, in case we need to. And our levers. Very cool. I like that I can still get into these chests. That's making me kind of happy. And then we'll go ahead and we'll have it come into the same spot so that you can see the items coming into the chest from right here behind the glass. I think I'm going to put another block of glass right here because I can. So 1 right here, 1 right there, and then this needs to come out, like I said before, it has to come out 3. 3 including the water where it's coming out, so right here can be water. That's cool. So I'm going to do that. This becomes water. We're going to block that off, and then all we got to do now is just run this down. Right, and then this should be enough room. That's 3 blocks, so that's good too. So this is where we put our soul sand. Right, so we need, oh, we actually don't have enough room here. Oh, we don't have enough room here to make that work. Okay, let's see where we fix it. Hold on. I think I can fix it. Technically, I could fix it here if I use glass. If I use glass in these 2 spots, I can fix it right here. It's just messy. And I think we need to move the whole thing over a couple more blocks. The problem is that there's not enough water flow from here to there for me to be able to push the items up. I need an extra block. It needs to be 4. So I'm just going to move it over 1. I'm just going to do it here. It's easiest. It's what they call the route of least resistance. So just move it up 1. This gets another glass. Oh, it'd be better for me to just cap this off while it's still here like this. It's easier. And then we need a button or a sign. I like buttons for this. Here we go. And then we can break out these pieces. That's all good. Very cool. Now there's enough space. So let's go ahead and get our water streams in, and then we can test this out. Here we go. Let's just connect this. I know it's kind of messy. This is just kind of testing. It doesn't need to be perfect right now. Normally I'll rebuild something like 3 or 4 times before it's done. This is just the first time. I'm going to be lazy with these streams a little bit. Let's move this over 1. Actually, it's too close. Let's do it like here. Put a button right there, and then water flow starts here. I'm going to be super lazy with this one. I'm just going to put a button at the end when it finishes. Sometimes you want to do that intentionally when you want to slow down the flow because it's moving too fast and your hoppers aren't picking it up or something. You can just put more space in between by the time it gets there, it slows down. Alright, and then here, this has to be the block. Boom, boom, and then that's kind of uneven, so I would generally come over here and fix that a little bit like this. Very cool. So that's working. So that should throw everything in. We just got to put the water stream up here. We did forget that part. Hold up. Very cool. And now we'll just cap this off like that. And now that's done. So now you're sitting here and you're waiting. You got this filling up with kelp and stuff. So let's do that same test again. And let's drop some bone meal in here. And then we also have to go ahead and put bone meal in this machine too, because this hasn't been wired up yet. I may have to rethink this. I really probably should have done the bone meal input before the redstone. That's working. It's glitching out a little bit. It's kind of cool. And then this should be sending the items here, right? These items are cooking. I never put redstone on this to make this fire off, but that's okay. Where can we bring redstone to just make this work really quick? So I need to bring it here. So it's at this level. I can do something like this. I'm just going to do an observer clock. I'm going to be lazy with it. Let's just do an observer clock. That's easy. There we go. So then this is pushing the items. Why is that not going into? Oh, I didn't remove the temporary block. Oops. I put a temporary block there and I forgot to remove it. Hold on. Now it's good. So those are going in. These are turning into blocks. But I didn't close this right, so they're kind of getting stuck. That should be enough to fix it. And then why aren't you still shooting out blocks? What's going on with you? Oh, because they just haven't cooked yet. Okay. I didn't give it a lot to work with. So that's still cooking here. Yeah, it's got to give it some time. Oh, they already shot one. So let's go over here and we should see some in the chest. Easy peasy. So now you would just have your Minecraft with hopper here. Minecraft with hopper. Or with chest. I generally use chest because I'm smelting a lot of stuff. You just turn this off, put that here. And then you can throw that in and you've got your fuel. It's going to run that. So let me go ahead and slap some hoppers on this. This now needs to be for the intake. And then I like the idea of having this kind of just the storage for this localized. This doesn't need to go through the sorting system at the bottom. This will just live like right here somewhere maybe. But like at different parts of the farm, like this storage system here, it's not just for mob drops, it's for anything. Like at different parts of the farm, there'll be places where you can just empty your inventory and it'll put everything where it needs to go, and then there'll be a final chest at the end that you can pull a lever to turn into a deleter. But it's a place you could just put stuff that you don't have a place for. You could also just delete it. So we got this side good. We need to power this. I like the idea of just putting a block here and powering it. I think I can do both of them at once. Let's try it. Yeah, because this is in a corner. I should be able to just like power right here, right? Will this work? Let's see. Cool. So we got the one there. This is breaking these blocks though, so that doesn't actually work. We'll have to do it. We'll have to do it separately. So one here. Oops. One here and like one here, and then we could just power those the same way. There we go. Now that's fine. Now that'll actually also power this rail. So as we're putting these rails here, these are going to get powered the same way. And I'm just going to put a block here and a regular rail in between. And then we got to be careful that the rails don't try to like mess with each other here, because they might. So let's just see what happens if I do this. Okay, that's okay. Kind of want to bring this down like this. And I can put a slab here maybe. Like that. And then this just becomes a powered rail into a block. And then I can still get down here into the inventory. Like this, that doesn't bother me. But I want my two chests to be on the same side, and I want them to be like easily accessible. Oh, it's not gonna work. All right, we'll just do one block out further like this. This needs to be a regular rail so it doesn't get caught in the wrong place. Oh, look at that. How lovely. Look how funny that is. Should not happen, but it does happen. Alright, to fix that, I gotta break this one, do this one first. Now I should be able to do that one. Cool, so let's break that. Let's get our minecart with chest. Make sure that we can have them both resting here at the same time. So I come in here. I'm like walking on air. Hold up. Let's see what it feels like. Is it comfortable? So I'm here. I put my stuff to smelt here. I come over here, I grab the kelp, put it in there. Back up, press this button, and those both go. I forgot to finish this side, hold up. This will be the same thing. I wonder if I can use the same power for these two. I don't think so. I'm just going to do this lazy style. So we're just going to do it like this. It needs to be over here. Oh, that's going to keep happening, huh? So when that happens, you just have to extend it out an extra block, place an extra rail. Ooh, why is I have to do it on both sides? Why is that not working? It's like this. There we go. And then I can break this extra block, replace that, and then this is good to go. I just have to make sure to replace my levers like this. So that's good. That's going that way, that's going that way. No problems there. Oh, I'm ready to stop. I can just turn these both off. And they'll both land in place. Very cool. This is all working, albeit not super efficient, but it's working. And the idea is that I wouldn't want any of this to even be seen. Like, this is here, it's working. But in terms of like this base from this floor, where's the second floor? Second floor is here. I guess it could be seen. I don't know. Some of this stuff I'll hide, and some of it I'll keep showing it. Like, this is going to be seen, obviously. So let's go ahead and finish this floor now. And I think I'm ready actually to switch to the block of choice. I think I want to use smooth stone. Like this. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this floor with smooth stone. I was using the blue glass so you can see through it. You can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. But now that everything is working and it's fine, what I might just do is just like leave like access tunnels to some of these places. Like just leave like a trapdoor somewhere. But I'm generally going to be replacing a lot of this now, I think. So I can get to the next phase. Because we got like the main farms that I wanted to do. We still have to do, oh, you know what we're missing? We're missing the sugarcane and fireworks farm. And I want to take like a 2-minute break here in a second to grab some water, maybe use the restroom or something. But I wanted to show you the farm that I'm talking about. I think it's in this world. Hold on. Is this you? This is you. So this is it. This is kind of cool. I stole this from somebody. I'll look for the YouTuber's name and I'll put it in the description or something. But I found this like yesterday. It's pretty cool. So what this does is it from the right hand side it takes paper. It actually takes sugar cane. It turns it into paper, and then it pushes it this way. And then from this side you're getting gunpowder and paper coming in, and it's gonna make your rockets. This works really cool. And then I was kind of designing how the water flow would look, where you would have paper and you'd have sugarcane and you'd have gunpowder coming in at two places. So that's cool. We can do the sugarcane pretty easily, but when it comes time for me to build that crafter, I'm going to have to come back here and just kind of look at it a little bit. I built it once and while I understand the mechanics, I don't really remember how to build it. So that's done. We got to do now the sugarcane and rockets. So that's going to be here on the other corner, the only corner we haven't done anything with. So that'll be over here. Right, so it's in this corner. So I'm just going to build out what we need. We'll keep going. Loving these shaders, man. I'm seeing my shadow in front of me. I have it set to always day, so the sun kind of always sits like in like that late afternoon part of the day, and you always have this angle when you're walking around. You can see yourself working. It's cool. I like it. All right, so sugarcane farm and all that stuff. So we want the rockets I think the rockets I want to come in right this way. Because the output of this farm is going to be fireworks. I call them rockets, but it's fireworks. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. It's going to go that way. So I need the output to face, I guess it could still face inward. I still want it to face inward, but I need a place where it's going to go. And I think that's it, something like this. Right? And we'll have it come this way because I want the rockets to be sorted with this same mass sorting system I have here at the bottom. Alright, so same thing. Dispenser. And we'll go ahead and we'll face that one down from here. And then, oh, I need to look at this thing. Hold on, I'm not ready. Give me a minute. Let me grab some water. Give me a second. Let me put these beds into frame to give you something to look at while I'm gone. I appreciate you. Don't leave. I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. So now I need to figure out how to build this crafter really quick. I gotta relearn it. It is what it is. Here it is. So we've got a crafter facing forward with a hopper facing into it with another crafter facing into it. They both have redstone comparators leading out of them. The one on the left has a block. The one on the right has an observer facing, I don't know, facing that way, and then another one facing that way. Okay, so that's just leading around to the other one, and then there's a hopper, right? Let's get rid of this water flow. Hold up so I can see what's going on the other side. Alright, so that's nice and clean now. Let's get rid of the glass too. Yeah, I was supposed to like learn this off camera, but I only built it once, and I just don't remember how to do it. Alright, so this is cool. There's like a nice little redstone clock here in the back. I love this build. It's such a great build. Alright, so let's just do it. Let's just do it off of memory. I hate how far away it is. It is what it is, though. Alright, and we're going to this corner over here. And now it is a block up. So this is the output right here. So basically, we just need a double hopper situation here. In fact, we can actually do it with the dispenser right here so we can watch the items fall in. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this. And we know we got a situation like this going on. That's not what I wanted to do. Like that. And the solid block under each side. Like this, I think. Was that a solid block? Nope, I already have to go back. I already forgot. It is what it is. I can probably like TP back and forth. That might be easier. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm going to TP back and forth. So that's how we'll do this. It's a hopper going that way, and it's a solid block on one side, an observer facing into this observer here, and that observer is facing that way into a hopper, which is leading into a comparator at the lower level. That is so weird, you guys. Alright, and it's actually, the comparator is leading out of the hopper. Alright, so let's TP this. So it's negative 143.95. Was it 95? Or I put negative 95. How the hell did I screw that up? Was it 195? It's getting embarrassing, you guys. That's worse. Alright, where the hell was it? It was negative 145, 195, yeah. 145, 195. Okay, cool. Now I got it. So we'll just keep on TPing back and forth like that. And this one is 205.86. Was it negative 86? Why do I keep doing that? I'm the worst. It must have been 186. No, it's not. What the hell did I just do? It was 86, right? And negative 205.86. Oh, you know why? Because the y is different. I was underneath it. Negative 205, measure twice, go once. 86, and then it's negative 2. Cool. So now let's get the other one where it needs to be. This was 195, right? Alright, cool. Now we got them both. Alright, so let's do this part here. So we got a hopper like this. We got a solid block here. We got a solid block here. We got a comparators in this spot. This spot here, we got a hopper facing into this. I'm not sure I understand why. And then there is a observer facing this way and one facing into that. And then there's a redstone comparator on top of it. Like this. And then I don't remember what's here. So it is this one. No. Oh yeah, it is. I'm just facing the wrong way. Okay. So it's into a solid block that has a torch, the solid block, and another torch, and a redstone block. So that's a solid block. And then down here, what do we have? We have a comparator going back. Oh, because that's the clock going back and forth. This is pushing this way. Okay, that's cool. So solid block, redstone, torch, comparator. I think I got it. And then here gets a redstone torch, like this. Such a cool build. One here, and then we need to have a hopper clock here. Like that. And I think you just put a single item in here, if I'm not mistaken. And then here we need a solid block and another comparator. Like that. And I want to say all we're missing is a redstone dust right here, and this is gravy. We're going to come down here to this crafter, and we need to leave everything but the 3 spots in the middle empty, and we need to put, I think we need to fill these with sugarcane. If I'm not mistaken, if not full, just like a lot. I don't think it needs to be full, just enough. So I think we'll do this. And then as sugarcane comes in this way, it's gonna detect it and it's gonna fire all this off. And this side gets gunpowder. Actually, this one gets the. I think this is just sugarcane and gunpowder to make a. This becomes paper here, and this is gunpowder. So I have to put those items in their place. This is a fairly simple recipe, so we'll just do it. I don't think it matters which order. And that's going to come in this way, and gunpowder comes in this way. So to test this, I think I'm just going to put a couple of chests on top of it. We're going to replace that with water flow and stuff, but for now, we'll just do this. And then I want to put paper and gunpowder. And I think I want to lock these so I can control when they come in, and then you can actually lock this. So I'll just lock this like this, so it doesn't actually start firing until I'm ready to watch it, which is right now. And what do you know? We got fireworks popping out. That was easy. And all I had to do is go to YouTube and find a much better redstone person. And I will get the name and put it in the description. I'll update the description. But this is not mine, but it is lovely. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to redirect this to... This can actually just be a straight drop. We don't even need a dispenser there. I can just do something like this and just put water here. Like that. This is done. You can turn this off. We're going to let it run. This is not going to be firing off that often because we still need to put sugarcane from this side is going to come in here. And then gunpowder, we actually have to redirect from the farm flow. So since it's on this side, I generally pick up gunpowder first, like from one of these first chests. But since it's so close, we'll pick up gunpowder last. And the way that's going to look is it's going to be something just like we did over here with the dispenser. And I'm just going to do it literally right here. I'm going to do it the exact same way. So I'll grab my not a dispenser, my dropper, I should say. So I'll put the dropper here. Just like this. You have other chests here. They're coming into the storage rooms. Other chests here. This will be blocked off so you couldn't see it. No big deal. But it will be here. And then basically all we need is... Oh, hold on. Why is that not working? There we go. And that's it. This is the sorting system. So then this would just... Oh, this is like a block too close. I did this. I never fixed this. That's okay. And we just put the sorting system here like this. Right? So we have this here. We have a block on top of it. Redstone comparator leading out from that hopper like this. And then, oh, I did this wrong. Oops. This is like this. Like that, right? So then the gunpowder will come in this way. It comes this way. Now, I guess this would be blocked off. So you probably wouldn't see this anyway. So maybe I'll just take a direct route. And this needs to go to a sugarcane farm, which I haven't actually built yet. So let's build the sugarcane farm. And then the input, at least we know where the input is. The input needs to be, it could be here or here. I'm thinking here. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the same water streams. Like that. And then I'm gonna leave this as glass for now, but again, this would probably be blocked off, so you couldn't really see what it is. And then all I need is like a button here with a glass block. So we replace this with a glass block like that, and then a button. So that's our water flow. I'm not gonna put the water yet. Let's just move where the stream's gonna be up, right? This is where it is. That's where it's coming out. Alright, cool. So now we got to make this farm. We've got an input way up here. And we got what's probably going to be an output like way down here. So this can actually just be a hopper that comes like this for the water stream. So this can be where we expect that to come up. Like that kind of deal. So that means if we're doing sugarcane, then this can all just be hoppers. Right, because the output of the sugarcane is going directly in, and we can do it 4 again, so we'll do these 4. And we'll leave space over for the wall, right? There needs to be a wall of some kind. Now for sugarcane, it does need to be waterlogged. To do that, I'm just going to use some stairs. Stairs is a good way of doing that. It saves space. And this needs to be at this level like this. And I think I want to face them inward. Like that. Now I do need to cap off this last one. This is why we didn't completely fill it, so that we can do this. And then again, I'm just going to use mud. Mud is good because it's less than a block wide or a block tall, and items can pass through hoppers on top of it, so I think that's ideal for what I'm trying to do. And now we just need to go ahead and waterlog these stairs. I have an extra stair that I didn't need. Is that what it did? Because I only want 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Math is hard today, you guys. All right, let's replace this. Replace this. We don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. We never needed that. All right, cool. It's over, and then we'll do the same thing with the sugarcane. We're gonna have sugarcane is actually pretty slow to produce, but I don't know how much rockets we're gonna need. I'm just gonna build it with 4 sites like I did the other ones, but sugarcane grows really slow compared to, like, say, something like bamboo. So in the 4-site unit that I had for the bamboo, it's going to produce a lot extra than this will. But I don't know, how much sugarcane do we need? I don't know if we need that much, to be honest with you. Alright, so we need dispensers at this level, right on top of the stairs. And I'm realizing I may have put the, I got too many droppers. I may have put the bamboo down prematurely. It might get in my way placing these blocks. Nope, it's working. Not bamboo, sugarcane, sorry. So now we need pistons. Start clearing this inventory up a little bit. Let's do some pistons. And we are going to do 2 on observers. I may decide to switch those out with some kind of redstone clock. Maybe just a daylight sensor, because this stuff grows really slow. So pistons are going at this level no matter what, like that. And then we're going to do all but 1, and then I want to stay away from this clock, so we're going to come on this side for this one. This goes here, and then I forgot we don't actually need these, so these can just be glass. Those aren't doing anything. And then we're going to go ahead and put our redstone dust here. And we have to build yet again another clock. I use the redstone clocks a lot. I'm realizing there's a redstone clock in everything. Everything needs a damn redstone clock. Alright, so we got this part. So let's go ahead and, oh, my foot just fell asleep. Hold up a second. Ooh, ow, hold up. Okay. Alright, let's get that clock going. And I actually like that the farm's up here. I would like to have maybe like a window here you could look out or something, and you can walk under this farm. Because I do appreciate the farms for what they do. So like this one I would like out, because it's kind of cool. This is a nice one. Alright, let's get this redstone clock over here going though, and then I need it close enough somewhere that we can shut it off. At some point this is going to overflow, and we're going to be like, well, no, actually this doesn't. This is permanent. This can be a permanent clock. We don't have to worry about this. Just kidding. Alright, so I can't actually go up through the stairs on this one. I've been going up from like the 3rd block like this to power that, so that the power would be separate from the piston. I'm not going to be able to come that direction, so I may need to rethink this layout some. Or I can come in from the side. I'm going to have to come in from the side, that's all. I just come in from right here. Alright, never mind what I just said. It's fine. So I think I can do that by... Can I go up and over one? I think I'm just going to do a redstone repeater maybe. Maybe just do it like this. Kind of messy, but it becomes part of the same circuit. Right? Well, I can't unblock this unless I switch the direction of the stairs and put the glass on the back, which is what I think I'm going to do. Let's do that. I should be able to do that without actually breaking the water too. Let's see if I can. So I'm going to switch the direction like this. Oh, the water's still there, but now it's upside down. That's magical. Have you ever seen that? That's some crazy shit. Does that actually even work? Sugarcane didn't break. Could I do that on purpose? Do you see what I just did? I just flipped a waterlogged stair, and the water's now falling out of the back of it. There's nothing holding that up. I don't even need this anymore. That's beautiful. The sugarcane's still growing. Could I do that intentionally? Did I just hack the game, you guys? Let's do it intentionally. No, see, it didn't work the second time. Oh, and it broke the first one. So, oh, it only does one. I kind of want to replicate that because that was really cool. Damn it. All right. That sucks. I gotta go back in to fix that. It is what it is. There we go. That was cool though. That's glitchy. There's got to be a way to do that on purpose. Maybe every other block you can do it like that. See, it broke the first one again. Let's just go with the original plan. I'll just slap a trap door on this on the top on the side of it. It'll look nice. It's fine. Just do it like this. Problem solved. I don't even need one on the back. I'm gonna put there one there anyway because I have a feeling that's gonna glitch out and the water's gonna pour out one of these days. I'm just gonna take it off for now. So that's good. So we got that. That means here we need a dust. I can break this glass, which is why I did all of that, so that I can put a dust here to complete this circuit. And that's going to go right here. And then this is almost done. Just need a redstone torch on this side. That should start firing off nicely. And it is... Yeah, this is not going to work. It's too close to the piston, I'm realizing. It's not firing that off. That's fine. I'm going to have to move it. Okay. I still like this. I'll leave it like that. I do have to power this from the side, though. I think I'm going to have to use a target block because I don't want it to go into the piston at the same time because that needs to be on a 1-tick delay. So we'll try it on this side like this. And then I think I'm just going to... I got to remember this is here. So let's put this here on a 1-tick delay so I don't forget. Right? And then the same power that's coming from here can split to this without that delay. So that can be like right here, right? These are the same. And now all I need is the clock. So let's build the clock. And I think I want it to be lower. And it should have the redstone torch side out on this side like this. And that will allow us to redirect it sideways. You can't do that on the redstone side. And then it'll also fire this at the same speed, which is what we want. So this just has to go this way. We got this way. This is a really messy clock, you guys. I'm sorry. But this should work. Did I not put my delay right? Is it different for sugarcane? It should just be a 1-tick delay. Or is it because I haven't put bone meal in the farm yet? I didn't put bone meal yet. Hold on. That's what's wrong. Okay, I'm looking for bone meal. Okay, hold on. Alright. I got it. So let's put this in. It helps if I have sugarcane there. Hold on, let's add that back. And what do you know? It is firing off, and sure enough, sugarcane is coming into here. I don't know why I put paper in there. I must have been doing something silly before, but that's going to start pushing paper into this. Once there's enough gunpowder in here for that to happen. So to force that, all I got to do is put gunpowder in here. Like this. And there you have it. We got rockets come out the bottom. And we'll worry about the water stream later. So now all this is done, actually. All that needs to happen now, because this is all automatic, this will fire off. I can set this up so it turns off when there's nothing in it, which might be better. I just have to put, I don't know how I would get in there. I have to put a comparator. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how I'm going to get bone meal in there, come to think of it. The way I built this sucks. I got to rebuild this whole thing. Alright, I keep on forgetting to put my my input. Let's put the input first. So I'll just come out 2 blocks. 2, 3 blocks, something like this. And then otherwise we can do the same thing. We just got to move things around. So this comes here. This gets the repeater on a 1 tick delay like that. And then we got to power these in a similar way, right? Because we got to hit both. So I think it would look something like this to get these both powered. Okay, so now same thing. All I got to do is build a clock. This is coming in this way. This would have, I guess, this is a water flow. And this is coming from where? This is, shit, this is coming from over here. It's coming from this way. That's cool. We'll just let it come from this way. I still haven't figured out that part, by the way. That's a whole other thing. I got to figure out how I'm going to split one set of items into 3 machines. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I haven't gotten there yet. I'll figure it out. I just haven't gotten there yet. So that's it. So you'll have your bone meal coming in from this side, like that. This will fill that machine, and then all we need now is the clock to start all of this. And I'm already liking the way this is coming out better than my first version. This is great. And I think the way I would do it is just put the clock in here. I think that would work. Let's try it. I don't know. Just like this. It's messy, but this should work. It shouldn't care. Yep, it doesn't care. Alright, so we're on the tick delay. Everything looks good. Let's just give it some bone meal and make sure. Sure enough, it's breaking it. It's coming down here. And it's producing rockets. What a success. Fantastic. Alright, so we got all these farms working. I need to start like actually doing some aesthetics on this and maybe fix up some of this stuff. But functionally, these are all working to some degree or another. We've got our bamboo farm here, which is feeding this kelp farm, which is placing our kelp blocks in here. The only issue we have now is we need to split this into 3 different locations. And we need to try to do that as evenly as possible. I think the place where we're going to need the most bone meal is probably here in this farm. So ideally, I'd want to split the farm in 2, like split the input in 2, and then split one of those outputs in 2, which turns it into 3. You end up with 2 smaller ones and 1 bigger one. So I think the biggest one would probably need to go into this. It's sugarcane production. Oh, this is broken. I got to put a block here. Into sugarcane production, because we're going to have a lot of gunpowder coming in. And this will have an overflow. Like you see the way this is, I may put like an extra set of hoppers here with one that goes out to a chest. If this one should, this one won't overflow. It'll just get stuck here. On the input chest here, wherever this flow is, it'll just break at the hopper. Like it'll just like despawn at the hopper, waiting to go in. That's where this would break. So I can fix that by just putting an overflow here. So on this second chest, I love that I can visualize that. That's cool. On this second chest, so we'll put 2 chests here like this, right? You have it coming in like maybe like this. Something like that. And then this one here would like generally go to a chest. But what you can say is that on the third one, right, this one here, you come this way instead. And this can be wherever you want to put your overflow. This one you might decide you want to send to the sorter as a separate item. It just says gunpowder. So that's what I think I would do. I wouldn't do this many. It would probably be something like this, right? And this is how I would get the overflow. And the way the overflow gets in, the way it comes into play is the fact that not enough bone meal is coming in to run all of these farms. It's going to be slow. Like you see them running now, but it's going to be really slow because it's just one split density mob farm. So this is how you kind of handle that. You want this to get full quickly. In fact, we can make it get full even quicker if we just didn't use a chest at all. Chest is too big. We use a hopper. And then what I want to say is we'll just skip all of this and we'll just do this instead. And this becomes our overflow. And suppose we want more overflow than rockets. We want rockets, but we want more overflow than rockets. We got a lot of TNT and things like that we have to build too, right, you guys? So we can just make our overflow even bigger. You may decide you want something like this. Well, now you got a hella overflow. You got a lot of overflow. So the way this would look is this would be capped off like that. And this we said was coming from the mob farm, so it's coming from over there. What is this? This is, yeah, that was from over there. Okay. So this would be something like, I don't know, where's this coming? Right underneath it. So maybe like right like this somewhere to get your input of gunpowder from the farm. Because like I said, there's going to be two farms, like sort of like what you see over there. You have one over there, one over there. You're going to have, 20 stacks of gunpowder coming through this farm per hour. It's not going to produce the same amount in sugarcane to produce rockets in that time. So the extra can go here in an overflow, or you can choose to send it to the storage system over here. And the way you do that is you shoot out from here and then you loop back to the input of the farm, input of the sorting system over here. Oh boy, this is busy. Look at all this. Hold on, I'm texting somebody. I was trying to start a stream today, and it just hasn't happened yet, so I'm doing this instead. This is kind of fun, but I'm trying to find out about that other stream. I'm trying to do like a PvP kind of challenge thing. I'm trying to finish it. I was doing one yesterday. I'm trying to finish it today. So now I want to start putting in the ground. I do like the glass elements though. I may leave some of them behind. Maybe just at the water streams. I do like to see that the items are going through. Like if you don't see items for a while, then you're like, oh, okay, well the farm's, it's stalled up or something. You can check it. It helps you to see that when you can see all the water flows. Oh, I left this kind of blocked off here, didn't I? And then I think once the mob farm's in, then I'll work on actually finishing all the sorters and finishing all the wiring for that so it'll work. Right now I'm just trying to get like the bare bones set up. What is this? This is the gunpowder, right? Oh, because I was going to do the gunpowder at the end, right? Or that's the bones. I don't remember what I did here. Well, bones are coming from that way. We already have the bones, so this is gunpowder here. So I came up too close. So I got confused on the sides. The gunpowder would come out this way and then come up over here. So this doesn't come from here. Forgot that I had redone this. So let's just put this where it goes instead. So it's like this instead. This is actually much better. Like that. And then we just do the water flow. And that needs to go like under all this crap. Because that is the output of that. So it needs to go like here, give or take. This is still good. It's still like, it's still shaped right. It's just had it in the wrong place. And then here I do need the soul sand from this spot going down. Should put my button down before I move out of the way. I have like so much crap in my inventory. I keep on like pulling the same item into inventory again instead of finding it. I always do that. I think everybody does that. I think it's just a Minecraft problem. Alright, so that just needs to get water added to it, and this is going to work just fine. And we have like the basics for all these farms already in place. It's just fixing aesthetically. Oh, you know what? You can't do this right next to hoppers like that. That doesn't work. What ends up happening is the items get stuck behind the hoppers. So you need to have a 1 block space between those hoppers. Just remembering that. So let me fix that really quick. The hell? There we go. So this just needs like that one spot gap. Put glass there. Like this. This doesn't need all that glass though. What is this? It's just the top right there. Oh no, wait. This does need to be covered. Hold up. Like that. Gonna move this button one closer. Now we can fill all this with water, and now this should work just fine. It comes this way, yep, and it falls into the chests. This needs to be different now. I can't have this chest here anymore, though. I'm gonna have to fix this water flow. Now the items are going into the overflow chest first. So now I have to fix how these hoppers are. Almost have to bring it up 1 block higher. I can fix it by losing this first row of chests. That's what I'll do. So we'll lose a row of chests right here. And now we're back in business. Wait, are we? Crap, we're not. How do I fix this? I think it needs to go up 1 block. Like the whole thing needs to go up 1 block. That sucks. I'm gonna do it though. I gotta lose a chest and I have to go up 1 block. Like this. Okay, I'll just cap this off. I don't know why I used glass here. Ice here. Very good. So now we got one going that way. And then we have to have another one going that way. And then this is the one. Yeah. Right, because I had to have that block solid. Right, and then now I can put this one this way. I'm okay. This works. I got my chest back. Yeah, the water is like, it's cool, but like you can't, it's kind of glitchy in some places. Like they're gonna have to work on that. There we go. So that's working. So you got the gunpowder coming in from that side. So now what we could do and what I want to do now is I'm going to set up these sorters and then I'm going to throw in a bunch of each of those items. And I'm going to loop this around so that it just keeps on, it just keeps going. And we can go around and we can see all the farms firing off. This worked well though. These are all working well. What I like to do is set it up where they only fire off when they have materials. I still have to fix this one, right? This one was kind of screwed up. Did I fix it already? Items are coming from over there. I just need to connect the water flow. Do this part over here. So it's coming up from right here. Yeah, I got to split this up into 3 ways. And the way that's going to look is you're going to have like a double chest coming in. And then you'll have like another chest here. Maybe one here. And then you got a hopper splitting these flows. Right? Splitting the items. And then one of these other chests has 2. So I have to decide which ones are going to get more and which ones are going to get less. But I'm thinking about hopping off stream and doing this later. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Yep, I'll see you guys. Thanks.